and you kill somebody during the week of the trial. You kill someone, a black person, a police officer.
Yeah.
Like, it's unconscionable.
But it's reality, and it just, I keep thinking about how they're trying to blame his suffocation death on anything but his suffocation death. It's like, I mean, to me, this is a modern day lynching. Could you imagine, uh, 80 years ago, 90 years ago, they lynch a black man or a black woman and say, no, he didn't die because of the lynching. He died because he had a beard before we lynched him. That's why he died. I mean,
it wasn't the rope around the neck or in the tree. Right. It was he had high blood pressure.
Yeah,
and his.
It's absolutely true. And so that's the frustration to me about all of this, that there's just a detachment from reality, a detachment from accountability in this space. And until we can have meaningful accountability, you're not going to get any kind of meaningful reform. But I think young people are starting to get that. I think we're seeing that out of young people. And I think the role that we play is to, one, prevent them, hopefully, from getting disillusioned. When I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, we would have folks come in and talk about how easy we have it and how tough they had it back then. And I just always assumed that I'd say the same thing when, I had young kids in my life. But it's actually the opposite. I think we had it much easier back in the 90s than kids have it nowadays. And so I think validating that and giving them the tools and the confidence to say, hey, this is your world. Go out and conquer it. This belongs to you. We're borrowing it. It belongs to you. Go out and take it because it's yours.
And at the same time, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, an Emmett Till person that did that to him went to trial and then had a jury of his all-white jury say he wasn't guilty. We were talking last week about the sergeant that was coming home from World War II that was beaten into blindness, and an all-white jury found the police not guilty in 30 minutes. At least this trial, half the jury, George Floyd, for his justice, half the jury looks like George Floyd, half of it. At least 6 people on that 12-man jury, the alternates are white women, I think. At least not an all-white jury. So there could be some justice with this, and I'm not going to say what's going to happen with the Kim Potter. But I'm hoping that people show up for the jury and serve on a jury. And we know that the Attorney General's black. We know that, there's certain markers, Keith Ellison, who will, that hopefully that's part of a difference than 50, 60, 70 years ago. But so I like that you framed it with the calling of Islam, because